Welcome to episode 4 of the Swap Meet. The Swap Meet. This episode is me, Tanner, and Hunter.
Me, Tanner, and Hunter.
Me, comma, I'm Tanner. And Hunter, who is in front of me.
I am here.
He had a Picture of Nectar by Phish. And I had The Impossible Kid by Aesop Rock. Aesop, whatever. Like the stupid ass name. This is what's referred to as the main event because this shit's about to be a fight. Because of Phish. Just a little context. I'm a Phish head. I've seen many a Phish show.
How many Phish posters are in this room?
One.
About 5.
Just one. There's just one. And
but in the next room, how many are there?
We don't talk about that. They're all lying. That's
you can't see the walls.
There's a lot of posters in there. They're not all Phish though. So yeah, I gave him just a little context. He doesn't like Phish, but he's only heard live, and he doesn't like live music. That's just a thing, and it's aggravating as fuck. So I just kind of accepted it. He doesn't like live music, so I gave him a studio album. There isn't a whole lot of. There's one long song, and I told him he could skip it.
But there is a shorter version of it.
Yes, there's a shorter version of the song later on in the album, and I said he could just listen to that one, and I'm okay with it. It's like a reprise. It's like a remix.
It's called Reprise.
It's the original song is called Tweezer. The last song is called Tweezer Reprise. It's just like a different version of it. And then I had The Impossible Kid. What's up, y'all? Aesop Rock's The Impossible Kid. I wasn't a huge fan of Aesop going into it.
Yeah.
He's got this instrumental style that I'm not.
It's almost electric, but it's just.
It's like borderline EDM,
yeah.
And I don't like white rappers all that much.
Why don't you like white rappers? Because they try to be like gangsters.
I'm not.
The thing about Aesop is he doesn't try to be anything.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of got over it pretty quick. The thing about white rappers is there's two things. Either they're trying to be ghetto. I'm okay with Eminem, by the way.
Yeah.
I recognize how great Eminem is. And I'm about to call Logic white because this is the perfect example. Did you know he's mixed?
No.
This is the perfect example of how a white rapper acts. If they're not going for the ghetto thing, they're just looking for the biggest word they can use in a line. Or they're rapping the fastest. It's like they're trying to prove themselves constantly. And Logic is like the best way I can explain it. I fucking hate Logic. It's just bad. And I kind of had that mentality going into it. He doesn't do this. Rock, he doesn't do it.
He uses big words.
He uses big words, but they're in place. They're not out of nowhere. They're not unnecessary.
All of his words are big, actually.
Pretty much. But it's not. It doesn't sound forced.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like all the songs are.
I saw some graph where it showed of all the rappers, he uses the most words and the largest words, and he was in extremity by a giant margin. He was all the way to the right with the most words and and with the longest words.
Problem is, it doesn't, or the good thing about it is, it doesn't feel forced. Like Logic feels like he's forcing these words that you wouldn't use into the song to make himself sound intelligent. Yeah. And he just doesn't have this problem. One of the things I do like about him is every song has a meaning. It's very, he kind of hides them on purpose sometimes. Like Kirby is about his cat.
Mm-hmm. That one's pretty easy to get, I think.
Once you know, but it seems borderline hidden, like because you don't expect some dude to rap about his cat. But other ones are more easily recognizable. Like a lot of years, it's just him being old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or one of the harder ones is the first song, Mystery Fish. It's about the alley he used to live in when he was homeless, I guess.
Interesting.
Older dude. He's good. I don't know. Just
the thing about him that it threw me off when I first started listening to him is when he changes his flow. He does that a lot. Where he'll slow down at the end of a line and say one word, or he'll expand.
He's talking about
a few words for a few measures.
The person complimenting his tattoo in a lot of years. Something about a drawing of a bat. He goes, "Thanks."
Yeah.
That was funny to me. He's a highly technical rapper. He takes the craft very seriously. There's just something about it I'm not too keen on.
It's not something that you can bump to, if that's what you want to call it.
I can bump to a lot of years.
You can't. I mean, there are some good songs that you could get lit to, but
It makes it sound like I don't like him. I do like him. It's just he's not my favorite. He's not far enough in one direction or another. Like he's not super conscious or whatever.
Yeah.
He's not like super lyrical. His instrumentals aren't like the craziest. So it's not like I have, because I'm really picky when it comes to rappers.
Yeah.
Like usually when I like a rapper, they're at their best at what they do. So I go for it. But I liked it. I'll probably come back to it.
I think his instrumentals are unique.
They're unique, but I'm not keen on like the EDM-esque beats he's got going on. I'll probably come back to it. I didn't find anything off of it. I didn't find any related rappers. It kind of makes me want to listen to Action Bronson for some reason. It's just another white rapper
it's
hasn't
just
tried.
Indie rapper.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I'm never listening to Lil Dicky because I feel like that's the whitest human being that's ever rapped. So
Do you have a favorite song?
probably a lot of years.
That'd be mine also.
A lot of years. Mystery Fish is good too. I don't know. I like the beginning of the album more than the end.
Trash by Phish.
Oh! He had a Picture of Nectar by Phish. Go ahead, do your spiel. This is where the fight comes in.
Can I just go over the whole album at one time?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't like the vocals. They sound like they're just spoken word, but not. It like there's no singing. The only singing that goes on is certain songs, and it's all right then. But the backup lyrics in a few songs were all right because they were actual singing. And at personal taste, I don't like keyboard when it's mixed with certain instruments like guitar, like electric guitar. I don't like it when it's mixed with electric guitar, which is basically all of Phish. But there was like stretches of music that I didn't like because it wasn't distinguishable. There was no like continuous riff or like reoccurring.
It wasn't repetitive.
It wasn't repetitive at all. Like you couldn't pick out a section of the song, play it later, like match it over another part of the song, and find that there was anything matching between them.
It's like,
Do you know what I mean? Like it was
it's
just
like a long bridge. Like the biggest part of the song is a long bridge in the middle. So there's like chorus and repetitiveness in like the first 45 seconds to a minute. Then like 3 minutes of bridge. It's just like it's complicated. It's the way he writes songs is orchestral, which means it's borderline like classical music, but on a guitar, drums, bass, and keyboard.
I feel like it was a kid that would just click one key on the keyboard and just go 4 or 5 keys to the right, and then go back down 3, and then go back up 4, and just do that over and over again for a few minutes. It just went up and down the whole time. That's what I felt like it was doing, and it just got really lost in my head. I couldn't find I would zone out listening to it.
I just have a mental picture of Hunter just dumbfounded at how it can't repeat. Like, it doesn't repeat.
It's just for so long. It feels like it's just the whole song is a solo.
The songs aren't that long though.
I know that, but it doesn't sound like a normal song to me.
Did it ever switch songs and you don't realize?
No.
Okay.
I
So
mean,
there's
I know when
songs were at least
I was paying attention.
That's only live.
I was trying to pay attention.
It's only live. I know what you're talking about. It's only live when they do that.
When I'm saying he like there was nothing repetitive, so maybe like it just.
Okay, I know what you're saying. There are songs that I would not be able to distinguish between each other.
Okay, so if you
like
weren't
like
if you
Megillah
weren't-
and that other song you like
Like the first one and
Megillah and
3. I'm
Eliza.
sorry. No, I can tell those apart.
if you weren't paying attention on Spotify and the song changed to another, would you have noticed for every song?
Yes.
Okay.
There's gaps.
There are
sometimes.
clear
Are you
songs.
saying you don't like that it repeats because it's not like catchy, something you can't sing along to or
You
recognize?
can't sing along to it because there's no. It's not singing to me.
There's
And even like, I like singing along to like the guitar solos or it's like.
So do you not like rappers who don't have hooks who just spit bar after bar? Do you not like that? So that's kinda
I
the
don't
same
even think
thing.
I know of a rapper that does that. Enough to, and I don't listen enough to. So.
Back to your albums. No,
Sorry. I mean, I know who he is. He wears the mask and everything, but. I did like Poor Heart. It was just a country song, and it was like the old style country with like the upbeat
it was like
banjo style playing.
boom bap kind of.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can explain it. That's a rap thing, but it's like a bouncy. Yeah, I guess bouncy is the best
It's
way.
just
to put it.
upbeat.
Yeah.
And the backup vocals in the very beginning were funny to me.
Yeah. It's comedic. It's a comedic song.
And There's a song called Glide near the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the whole point of the song is that glide, when you say it in a certain way, sounds like glad.
Huh?
Really cool.
It's like, I'm glad that you're alive.
Yeah.
And then he says, and then at the end of the he says, I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad you're alive. And then he says, I'm glad that you're a glide. And that was like the whole point of the song. And that's all I can say about that song. Instrumental, like, there were some songs that were just instrumental, and those were good. There was Eliza and F-A-H-T, I think it's Fat or Fought. Yeah. Some songs, it was just unpleasant.
Okay,
didn't
that's what I wanted you to say.
I mean, I described it earlier where it was just like
You activated the
Sour.
chakra.
It was just
Activated
like it was like a sour note that they would dwell on.
yeah.
Okay, at
Oh,
the base, at the fundamental like building block of Phish is jazz, right?
Yeah, and I liked a jazzy song in there.
Improv jazz. You like classical, like orchestral jazz.
Yeah.
The point of jazz is
Yeah, okay.
tension and release. That's just like the jazz vocabulary is tension and release. So you have this sour note that's kind of building. I think it's what's the first song again? Llama. So Llama is interesting in the beginning, but then during like the improv sounding middle, there's like this like tension building, and the point of the end of the song is to release it. I think you've never listened to anything ever that has the tension and release.
I caught on to that. Yeah, the building up stuff.
It's like a build up, but sometimes it's just like it sounds like they're playing wrong notes.
It wasn't even that they
It
were
just
playing
sounds like
wrong
they're
notes.
fucking
It's just,
up on purpose.
There was one song where I noticed that. I don't remember which one it was. I just didn't like it. And but the other songs, I couldn't pick out any like reoccurring themes at all. When the song, it sounded like literally they were just picking random notes. It was like a random number generator for me.
That's essentially what jazz is.
Okay, that's not what I've never listened to something like that, and I don't like it.
So you're uncultured.
Can you name another band that does that?
Jazz.
Jazz. Okay, well, Humphreys is another band I don't necessarily listen to.
The string
And people who like Phish usually like.
Honestly,
Humphreys.
if I gave you an Humphreys album and you didn't know that they were like a live improv band, you wouldn't be able to tell. They're not like
That's
this. Well, I guess they could be.
Go and give him anchor
What?
drops.
Huh?
Go and give him anchor drops.
Anchor Drops is so fucking good. I'll probably give it to him
But no.
after he forgets about it, because it sounds like a 90s alt rock. Like some of the songs sound 90s alt rockish. If you didn't know what you were listening to, because that's how it was presented with me. I listened to Humphreys McGee, sorry, as a studio band way before I knew that they did live or they improv or any of that. So I guess the final verdict is
I don't like it.
you're just mad.
I wasn't mad. I don't like being forced to listen to things I don't like. Like, he knows I don't like Phish.
I know that there was a chance that you would like things like Chalk Dust Torture. That's just a rock song.
I didn't like that song.
Why?
It wasn't just a rock song.
Yes, it was.
I mean, yeah, it was, but I don't like the vocals of the singer. He sounded like he was singing deep on purpose. Like
He's
He
singing through
couldn't-
wait, Chalk Dust Torture?
Like he was trying to sing like this.
yeah, exactly. Like he was forcing his voice to be too deep.
Either they I don't know what the studio version of that is. Like, because I've only heard it live.
How much did his opinion of Phish alter your opinion?
Where he likes it and I don't.
Yeah. Just
You definitely went into it with a negative.
well,
But
yeah.
you knew you weren't.
No, I didn't because I found songs I liked.
He was like, I'm not gonna like this. And
He
then,
was
no, I
mad
do
about
like
it.
I'm
He was
not
mad. He
gonna
was
like
bitter
it.
that I gave him the album. He was bitter.
Oh,
but I listened to it with an open mind. Like I found songs that I like.
All right, would you listen to him again?
Sure.
You said sure, but would you?
Yeah.
Be honest.
If I'm in a country mood, I will listen to Poor Heart.
Okay, I believe him.
You just listen to Johnny Cash instead.
Or I could put Poor Heart in there. Johnny Cash isn't upbeat enough
You,
sometimes.
you can probably listen to Poor Heart one good time and be like, okay, I'm done with that. I'm done with like it's enough packed into one. Poor Heart has got a section in it that is
Oh yeah, I know.
it is like the rest of the.
But it's that I grew up listening to country. I spelled country. Okay, never mind. I thought I spelled it Cantry. It's just
Country.
my A and U flow into the same letter.
Wait.
Sorry, that was just a side note.
A and U.
Like the little leg of the A.
A?
Mm-hmm.
Like if an O.
Oh, I'm
and
sorry,
U.
A and U.
It should be an O and E.
That's what you just said.
Oh, okay. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah,
Right,
you're right.
O,
The
not
O
A.
and U just touched. It looks like an A. That's what was in my head.
CAINTRY.
I don't know.
Country.
The country.
All right. Well, that's about how I expected it to go. That's fine. Okay. So this is a segment of the show where we give each other albums.
Let me get my phone.
My partner for the next week is Thomas, and Hunter's partner for the next week is Trey. What I'm going to give Thomas this week is Modal Soul by New Job Is.
No, modal is a musical.
Modal? Or is that Modal?
Modal, maybe. I know how it's spelled. M-O-D-A-L.
Yeah.
It's a musical term.
So this, I think the only song you know on here is Feathers.
And it's so good.
Feather. My favorite song is Flowers. Just know that going in there.
There's another favorite song.
Yes. No, this is definitely interesting. It's like,
I'll see what's on here.
you'll see. You'll see. Okay. Hunter, what are you going to give Trey?
You're gonna get Master of Reality by Black Sabbath.